Hello our sword friends, happy Easter holiday. I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but still we have a new sword released today, especially under the pressure of the tariffs and you know what's going on in the world right now, right? But still, we have to stay positive, and in Swordier, we keep striving for the best quality with the best and also affordable price you can get on the market. So we keep improving and keep growing to release the sword you love. And this is the purpose and also our mission in Swordier. So without further ado, let's just show it off, this newly sword we just made. And spoiler alert, it's a type 15A buster sword, hand and half sword. And as you can see the size from here on my hand. So we made some improvement on the scabbard. This is the first thing I want to share with you. So compared to the plain design we used to have it, and now we improve our technique on the leather, the genuine leather as well. So the most eye-catching part is those symbols and emblems we made on the leather. Instead of just using the laser engraving, we use a technique to have this convex design on the leather itself, nothing lasered. And we give it a really good feeling when you touch it. And of course, it's durable compared to those laser graving decorations and adornments. So this is a huge improvement on the scabbard. And as you can see, the whole scabbard is beautifully handmade. You can see all those hand stitching right there, and also you will see this beautiful riser right here for the protection and also to keep it and to make it more durable than using. And of course, you're using it for the collection. This is something we do. All right, so this is a really classical design, as you can see, with this curvy cross guard, which is the best match, and you will find it a lot, especially during 15th to 16th century, those type 15A buster sword. And as you can see, the grip here, it has a kind of like a ripples on the grip sections right there. It enhances the grip, and also it has like a really better feelings. And of course, we're gonna test it to see how better it improved on the cutting experiences. But as a type 15A type of longsword, it is definitely designed more for the thrusting, which later I'm gonna show you the blade itself. And for the pommel right here, as you can see, it's fishtail pommels. Of course, we can customize it to the wheel pommel as well. It's time to show the blade itself. As you can see, it's a beautiful diamond cross-section blade. As you can see, you will see those ridge lines in between, and well polished, has this mirror-like. And if you take a closer look at the stitchings right here, it's nicely, beautifully done to make it fit it so perfectly. From the length of the hilt here, now with the pommel, you are looking at 26 centimeters, the length of the hilt, and the grip sections right here is almost 16 centimeters. Now we move to the blade itself here. The blade is made of spring steel. We keep improving on the blade, the forging and everything to make sure it's more durable and also easy to do the maintenance. Yet with the battle ready mode, you're gonna think about how sharp it can be, right? This is what we're gonna test out later. And the blade thickness is 6 centimeters. So that's pretty formidable. I think the most eye-catching part is the very extreme pointy tip right here. As you can see, I'm gonna give you a lot of close up right there. And it's designed, like what I said, designed more for those thrusting, especially to piercing through those heavily armored opponents. But we're gonna test the thrusting powers later. And it's well sharpened, like what I said, and also the blade itself is diesel tapered as well. From the base right here, 5.5 millimeters, and all the way to the tip near this section right here is 2.8 millimeters. So this tapers so well and also gives this blade a beautiful point balance that's 11 centimeters. So with that settings, I know you guys are gonna love it. It definitely gonna balance the cutting powers and also the thrusting powers. Now, you have to know that the blade itself, without scabbard now, is only 1,360 grams. Under 1,400 grams, man, you're gonna love this longsword because it's maneuverable. During all my testing, and also I kind of discussed with all of the sword friends, they find it really comfortable by using and maneuver a longsword under 14 grams. So this is the purpose. We listen to your advices, we listen to your feedbacks, and we design the sword you like. All right, so this is the thing I wanted to share with you. And the blade length itself is 86 centimeters. So with a beautiful sword right now in your hand, and also the settings and the scabbard all made in genuine leather, how it gonna perform in the thrusting and the cutting? So that's what we're gonna test it out. I can't wait. Let's do it. So in the first step, we're gonna use those paper to test the sharpness for both sides of the edge. Let's see how it's gonna work out. As you can see, it's very smooth. Now I change to another direction. Let's do it one more time. This is the most like the cutting area. Now I kind of slow it down. Let's do it one more time by doing backwards. There we go. Very smooth, right? So this is what I said. Whenever we have a sword coming out from our factory, it's in battle ready mode and also it's well sharpened. This is something I can guarantee to you. But how sharp it can be and how it's gonna perform during the live cutting, especially on the tatami mat and also those bamboo cuttings and a little bit of destructive testings, we will see how it's gonna work out. Like those multiple cuttings, it's really sharp and maneuverable. You can see I do it consecutively doing the cuttings. Almost finished this quadruple cuttings, but you will see how sharp it can be by just cutting the tatami mat and everything. Now I have more samples here. I think it's a good example of the cutting edge. You will see barely no disalignment or the vibration during the cuttings. Very smooth cuttings, as you can see. So, it's a really beautiful sword. Although it's designed more for the thrusting, but in cutting powers, it can be really good, especially with this diamond cross action blade. All right, so this is what I can recommend if you guys are into those competition. Especially for those cutting tatami mat competition, this is definitely a good choice, for sure. With a lighter weight, easy to maneuver, nice point of balance, this is really good. And of course, we're gonna test how maneuverable it can be during the thrusting, right? Especially for the aiming. Now, that's how easy it can be, right? Easily to point through the tatami mat. Tatami mat can be like a really strong and it's just easy to piercing through. There we go. Just like that, slicing through, even without the stapler right there. All right, so I think this is the ultimate testing to the edge rotation and also the cutting capability of this beautiful hand-and-a-half sword, because as you can see, I put the drum bamboo. As you can see, the size of the drum bamboo is like this thick, and also with the tatami, the one row tatami to cover it all. And we will see how it's gonna work out on this one. So let's see. So I did a few tests. Some of them are successful, some of them are failed. But I'm not shy to show all the results right here. There's always failures and there's always success in the cutting test, right? But as you can see, for those successful cuttings, it just cuts through this drum bamboo inside pretty good. Now I'm taking out the drum bamboo here. You can see the size of the bamboo inside, right? So the edge, the size is pretty clean. This is something I can guarantee to you. This is the edge. It kind of cracked inside due to the forces. I guess I'm still trying to practice with the angles and also my technique as well. Basically just use my forces to do all the cuttings. But let me show you the blade. I didn't even wipe it. But as you can see, there's no like dented edge or the edge rotation is really smooth right there, which I can guarantee to you. More practice for me, for sure, but this blade tests itself, like proves itself. This is really has like a spring steel, has those really good edge rotation. So we keep pushing the limit. Now we use the bare bamboo to super dry. So let's keep testing it. That's what you guys wanted, right? You wanted me to go a little bit destructive. Let's see how it's gonna work out on this dry bamboo, all right? So let's see. But that's a smooth cut. You can check the cutting edge right there. And also the edge for the blade itself. This is the hitting parts. There's nothing. No back roll, edge rotation is pretty well. This is the best way to test edge rotation. See that? Now I change it to another edge. See, basically all those like impacting area, there's no damage done to the edge. It's super smooth as just it came out from the factory. So this is something I try to prove to you. So let's test it out just for this beer cans. So I have to make it clear that the beer already emptied. We just use water to fill it, so we don't have those beers popping up everywhere. All right, so and it's not a waste. Let's try it out. Very smooth, as you can see. Even though it's a tin foil, it just goes through like this, very smooth, right? It goes through tin foil. Super smooth. That's a testament to the sharpness of this blade. Beautiful, right? I love it. You see, it's splashing everywhere, but it kind of like cutting through and thrusting through. Both testified. The alignment of the blade during the cutting is beautiful. I guess this is due to the point of balance and also the weight. It's easy to maneuver everything. All right, so last time some audience asked me to do the destructive, kind of like a destructive testing of the blade, like doing this. Now, I'm kind of like doing this, and as you can see, this is the wood, hard wood. Now you will see the percussion point, right? You wanted to see the center of the percussion. Now you have it. I'll do it like this. The flex rinse is pretty good. Now doing all those testing right here. Now let's move down a little bit. Still, we test the bending testing for the flex strength. As you can see, you're gonna consider like the reinforced point like this. See, around like a 45 degrees. Now the tip is biting through the wood, as you can see. Now I do it more times by this and this, you see I'm using my all forces, and time to check the blade tip, right? So this is what you guys want to see after all kind of like a destructive testings. As a manufacturer, we had to do that. If you ask, we always try our best to test even for the destructive, kind of like a destructive testing, abusive testing for the blade. I wouldn't recommend you guys to have a sword to do that, since I already did that to you. Now you see the alignment, there's no wobblings, and the center percussion, you can see it very clearly, and there's no disalignment of the blade, as you can see from here. So beautifully designed, the cutting powers, the thrusting powers, and the maneuverabilities. I think for a sword like that, if they can balance out all those features, I mean, it's a pretty good, solid sword. Yes, at least from our Swordier's perspective, when we manufacture a sword, we have to meet all those standards. Sharpness is no problem at all. We cut the papers, we cut the bamboos, we cut the tatami mat, and also the edge rotation is tested as well. The thrusting power is tested. As you can see, it's really, although it has like a really extreme pointy tip, it hold up right there. All right, so I think this is really something I could recommend. So I think I pretty much covered everything, every perspective of the sword testing. And now I'll give you one last quick look at the blade itself to prove that there's no edge rotation after all those soft and heavy cuttings. And I'll just do it slowly. Basically, no back roll, no chipping on the blade. The sword itself is holding up right there beautifully. There's no strange rattling sound. I mean, the fittings and other settings is beautifully seated right there. All right, so that will be all for today. And remember, guys, even though we are in a really turmoil situation lately, but still, feel free to ask me any questions, and also leave your comment down below our videos, and also feel free to check out this beautiful sword at our website swordier.com. And until next time, my friends, stay tuned and stay sharp, and also may peace and love to the world. See you.